Oh well. What's that message? Ah, that message is gone now. That's good now. Alright. Welcome back to part 2. It's day 21. I'm Blades, and this is Amber Skies. Apologies to any viewers that have just been inconvenienced by a dropout. Twitch decided to drop the stream. Never mind. That's fine. I don't mind. What have I got people telling? What am I telling people that I'm actually doing here? Sunday sailing is wrong. No. This is supposed to be programming. There we go. We're on again. That's the wrong keyboard. Programming. We'll let people file back in if they wish to. Sorry about that. Okay. At least I got a break. Right, we're back to 5,000 kilobytes per second, which is more than enough to do 30 frames per second on this machine. Just check the temperatures. Machine's not even hot. Good. I don't have any fans in there, so it's quite cold. So that's alright. Okay. So all I did was I copied our color shader here and made a texture shader. So nothing changes except for me logging texture shader, and nothing. Oh, there you go, texture coordinates. That's all that changes. Yeah. So we've got these done. So yeah, I'll just go through that again. Color shader, copy, paste, rename it texture shader, rename it texture shader, rename it texture shader there, and down at the bottom texture coords for the vertex, which is texture coord there. Lovely. Sorted. Everything's, and welcome back. There we go. Right, so I've got those two now. That's great stuff. What we got now? We've got our color shader and our texture shader. Wow. Let's tick off a few things here. Done. Done. Draw color. Draw texture. Okay, I know what the next two are then. Are they classes? Yes, they are. Okay. So let's do the next class. Next class on the list is draw. Yeah, draw color. Simples. I like that one. That's nice and simple. There we go. Here we are. Let's make this into a class so it's public. Public. And private. There we go. Let's call it draw color. No idea. And let's call it delete draw color destructor. And I'll have an SDL log. Nearly got that right. Wow. Hey, my typing must be getting better if I nearly get things right. So it's draw color constructed. Whoops. And SDL log. And that will be draw color destroyed. There we go. That's our two lovely thingies. Let's see what else we're going to need. Oh, this could get fun. Where am I up to on that visual? Right, okay, I can see the chat and I can moderate chat from here. Good, yes. Thank you for that. And now we need to draw things. What kind of things do we want? This could get interesting very quickly. People who are new to C++ would just put render. After a while preparing renders and creating them, what happens is you suddenly realise there's a better way of doing it, and that is to prepare first. So, so I'm going to void prepare and it's draw color. And we'll probably put something in here, probably. And after you've prepared it, or at the point at which you prepared it or updated it, I don't know what you would really call it, but I find prepare is better. You would get your void render, or void draw. No, I'll call it render. Yeah, I want capitals and all of this. I've been stopping using my capitals, so I'm going to put them back now. Render color. And no idea what I'm going to do in that, so yeah, I've got one of them. This is the first, the last stage of the renderer, because we're going to have a class draw color, and we're going to have a class called draw texture. I mean, I think that's sensible. Better way of doing it. In the private, we are definitely going to need quite a lot because we are going to be using maps. Possibly in a constructive way. Hopefully not destructive way. So we are going to have prepare. And this is just going to be instance. Yeah. That's going to have things in it. Alright. Then we might need, I don't know actually, prepare colored model. We might need that for this one. Not sure. Actually, don't put that on. Put that on. Okay. Anything else? Oh yeah, clean up, of course. Better put one of those in because I think I'm going to make a mess. Oh dear, I'm not sure I can actually write that from here. if I can. I can try. Okay. Right, well, here goes. MVP. Start thinking about that. So on MVP, what haven't we got? We don't have the projection matrix, so I want one of them. Map 4. Right, so yeah, we'll get one of those from somewhere. We're going to need the shader, but that might help. And that will just be color shader, won't it? Yeah. I'll call it color. I'm not going to leave that just as shader. We need a camera. So yeah, we're getting to the stage now where we're getting this problem with camera and light, aren't we? What am I going to do about light? And we need to know how many attributes there are. 3, 0, 1 and 2. I can tell you that straight away. Hash define on that? Could I hash define it? I mean, I put num shaders 2 there, and I never used it, did I? No. Because our shaders are done... Doesn't matter that. Our shaders are done by file name. That's fine. Yeah, I don't think that's going to cause any smashes. So here, no, I'm going to put just something here, I think, a const. Const uint, and it's going to be num attribs, and that's going to equal 3. That's just so it's easier to change later on. I can just put it up to 4 or 5 if I need more attributes in my shader. It's easy to start converting things. I'm going to get away with an explicit here, aren't I? Yeah, I think I will. Now it'll work. Yeah. What can I take in here? The shader. So at this point I can actually get hold of the shader. So I'll have color shader. Star shader. And that gives me m underscore shader color. Yeah, call that shader color. Or color shader. Why not? Because that's what it wants. And that's just going to be color shader. There we go. That's that done. Job's a good one. Projection matrix. Not sure what we're going to do about you. We can take you in at the prepare stage. So I will have a GLM map 4 here for you. And we'll take in projection. That's a good place to take it in, I think. So yeah, we can take you in here. And that will mean M underscore projection matrix equals projection. Okay. What else we got now? Nothing. Oh yes, the camera. Ah. That's a biggie. That is a biggie. Okay. All right. Because what we're going to render actually might not be as bad as it looks. I'm just wondering if I can take in camera on prepare as well. Well, this is the thing, I've got a choice now. Because on here, it gets a bit tricky. We've got a standard map. We haven't got maps. Actually, no, I won't put it there. Hash include. We haven't used these yet. There we go. STD map. It's a two-piece vector, a pair. So it uses pairs for its indexing. So you'll have a key and the item. So that's where we're going to use it. That's how maps work. So that will be std : map, and then you'll want your open thingies, and you'll have a key value, and you'll have the data here, and then you just name it. So that's how a standard map looks. We're going to use that. Can get complicated if I'm not careful. Very simple to use once you get the hang of it, and beautiful to use once you get the hang of it. Its storage is inefficient. Yes, I know it's a standard map, but hey ho, standard libraries are expected to be a bit duff, so don't worry about it. Luckily, it's not going to affect our speed. Batch rendering. We are going to have a standard map. Now, I haven't really decided how to use this yet, but we're going to put in here the beginnings of an idea. So we could have the model.uuid. So you would have the model. No. Well, the key would be model. Can I have a dot? No. Can I have a space? No, can't do it. Yeah, this is going to, well, we'll put model for now. No, I'm not geek. I'm going to put that model dot uuid, because that's the important thing. Ah, wait a minute, it's a key. I don't want something that's unique. I want something that would be the same. So unique. Oh yes, the model unique. Sorry, my bad brain. The model is only, there's only one model. It's what we do with that model. We can texture it, we can colour it, we can place it here, we can place it there, we can place it all over the place. So we can place it. So this next part will be the model itself. Which is actually in an entity. Or possibly in a, well, it isn't at the moment, it's in a model, isn't it? So we're looking at standard vector of models. Like the shelf. It's starting to look better now we put this in. So it's standard vector of models. So that will just be the models under that UUID, the ones that are in the world. So I'll put models in world. That'll close that. Yeah. And that'll close that. This will be two of them. We can just call that and models. No. I would call it something like world models. To be quite honest with you, is a better expression, I think. Now, obviously, we can't write this renderer because we don't have this information because we're still missing a camera. I would normally put comma, and then we'd have to do another one of these, and it would be camera. But you can see now how much we've got missing. We need a map, we need a camera, we need light. I don't know where the light's gone. Where's the light gone? We're not bypassing on the light, are we? Well, the light is the same place and position for everything that we do, so we probably aren't putting it through here. The camera isn't. Because the camera defines our field of view. Yeah, so we wouldn't put the light through draw colour. We put the light through to the shader direct. And we're pulling in the shader here. So who creates the shader? The master renderer does. Because the master renderer has to create a list of shaders. So the best place to actually create the shaders is in the master renderer. So that's draw colour done. As far as I can really do it at the moment, because this stuff here is all about this map and how it works. Now it's pretty obvious to anybody who's watched me program before that I'm about to do that. Like that. Copy. And paste. Because this is the beauty of this. You can add to it. So it's not draw colour anymore. It's draw texture. And believe it or not, there is going to be a draw terrain. Yes, it is going to be a thing. So now we would have not that one. Yeah, it's all gone wrong. Never mind. Texture shader, and that would now be shader texture, just to be awkward. Still have the projection matrix the same, and we still have a camera. Explicit draw color. No, draw texture, please. We finally got me explicit in. Yeah. Always going to get it in somewhere. That affects everything then. Shader color. Oh no, let's do this better. Let's call this now texture shader. And we'll put texture shader in here. And here, that colour can go. And we can put texture. Okay. Yeah, everything's okay there. It'll just catch up in a minute. Texture. Hope everything's alright. Oh no, it's... Yeah, that's right. Hold on a minute. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, it's just being awkward. Okay, done that one. I wonder why it does this being awkward thingy. What's it actually say? Evaluate type amber colon color shader. Ah, right. So you're remembering from the copy paste. You haven't updated yet. Well, that says texture shader, so. And that doesn't. So, is that what it was? Yeah, that's what it was. Good. Texture. Good. Anything else down here that says color? No. Okay. So we now have, well, the beginnings of draw color and draw texture. Excellent. What comes after that? Draw, batch renderer. Thank you. And that's a class. And this is the interesting one. Let's see if I can actually remember how to do these. Public. Got some notes. I'll look at my notes. How about that? Don't need public. Might need private. Alright, first of all, let's look at my notes and see what we have. We will have a batch renderer for certain. God, I've actually nearly got through the whole thing in one day. This is ridiculously fast. If I get through all of this in one day, I'm going to be so shocked. This is a week's work. Don't tell the boss. If you do, I could get into trouble. Why can't I title me batch renderer? Invalid destructor declaration. Really? Fine. Is that better? Yeah. Oh, okay, it's happy now. Let's see the kind of things that we're going to need in here. Lots and lots and lots. Right, we are going to need the window that we used. That's for definite. So we can be past that, can't we? Yeah, we can. And I can get an explicit in again, I think. Yeah, let's get an explicit in. It's all going to be in here, isn't it? Explicit. A lot of the stuff that we're going to do is got to do with the actual construction. So we are going to need to construct something. So we're going to have a window, and we need to know which window we've used. So for different programs, it's going to be different windows, because we have two, and I've used... Oh, I'm in main. That one. So we're going to need it. We're going to definitely need one of you in our batch renderer, because we need to know where we're rendering to. That's a death in it. Yeah, okay, fine. Whatever. What did I call me Windows? Oh, class Window 3D. I've probably kept them the same name, in case I need to put one in and take one out. And we'll have an M underscore window there, I think. And a doodle. A diddly what's it? Yeah. We are going to need... It still doesn't like Window 3D. Window 3D is undefined. Really? Display. Are you okay with it now? Yeah. Okay, we found it. I am, again, just going to put camera. What else are we going to need? Ah, yes. This is the interesting part. This is where it all comes together, isn't it? So we are going to need a couple of shaders. We are going to need color shader. And that's going to be star M underscore color shader. Why not? We'll need a texture shader. And that's going to be star M underscore texture shader. Lovely. So we've got those. And we need two draws. So we need a draw color. Which we will hold as M underscore draw color. And I think you can guess the next one. Draw texture. And that's just going to be star M underneath underscore draw texture. Or draw textured. You could add a D to the end of that and it's still read right. The other things that we're going to need, as I said before, we're going to be doing this standard map thingy. So again, we're going to need something or other. It has to be the same as whatever we put in, like say here. So this standard map thingy, I'll just copy it now because we don't know. So let's just copy that. So that's our standard map at the moment. We haven't decided on its key or its vector. So that holds for one key, it will hold a number of models. So it means that you can instance your models and put the same model in multiple places. That's basically what it means. That's good. So we've got standard map. And really, we should have something to do with terrain here, but we haven't done terrains at all. Really, we've got to put terrain in here somehow. Right, so we're okay now. Need a semicolon on you. Do I? Well, actually, I'm going to take you out because you're causing problems. Thank you. So we've got these bits to add in. We're getting very close to camera. We've got light to do. I remember, yeah, I remember. Because I call the light the sun, don't I? Of course. This is going to be fun. Right, can I just, like, stub this out? I think I can. We are not going to have much in here. We are going to have three things. One doesn't exist yet. Oh, great. No, there's the other. Great. Alright then. Void render. Render batch. And what render batch is going to accept in is... Right, got it. So... Yeah, alright, I got you now. So we're going to have the large one, the render batch. That's going to take in the sun. That's your light. We found it at long last. And the camera. I don't know why we saved the camera, actually. I don't think we need to. Right, so that's your first one. The next one doesn't exist at all, as yet, because this one will be a process. And that's going to be terrain. So yeah, we'll leave that for another day. And this one is going to be process. And this, funnily enough, I think we could do. It's going to be the model. I'm just going to say entity for convenience, because it isn't the model as such. That's all we're going to need there. And that's the end of it. That's your batch renderer. Right. Yep, we can take you out altogether. We don't need you. That's all there is. Alrighty. Okay. Now, we just have to use it. That will fill in the rest of the code. As we try and use it, we are now going to fill in the rest of the code, and it'll all meet up in the middle, I hope. Because now we have to code from the other end. We can't, as I've started coding from the base upwards, but now we've got to go from the user side into the renderer and downwards, because we've got things here that we need. Terrain, not so much. We can ignore terrain. Entity. Well, an entity is a model with a position. That's all it is. So we can use UUID and position. But that calls it to be a matrix. I prefer a structure in there that you can take things out of, because we want the UUID. Wow. Yes, we have used maps. We use maps on the creating of keys and things for the server. We used it in the server very successfully to keep tabs on who was logged in. So this one we're going to keep tabs on what models are in the view of the camera. But we now have batch renderer. Okay, we can start doing it, can't we? Right, so model warehouse, update all. Let's go back to the model warehouse. It says update all. So at that point, we want to call the renderer. Can't include it. We're going to have to shift these files. We can't have these files in main. It's not going to work. I'm going to have to take these files out of main. We're going to have to create them as separate files. And all the way to draw, we are finished. Those are all finished. So the shaders are actually finished. That's good news. Where should we put stuff? Ember 3D. Core display OBJ data test. No, oh yeah, I just realised you can make 6 euphemisms about almost anything using this template. You can verb my noun example. You can process my entity. Also variations example. Your mum processed my entity last night. You can model my warehouse anytime. Oh, that's awesome! Can you get a bot to go around all the channels saying things like that? No, don't you dare! Don't you dare, Nano! I'm on the war against bots at the moment. I'm going to try and catch some later on. I'm going to go fishing for bots. What I'm going to do is when the bot says you've got to click on this thingy, I'm going to take the address of the bot and go and find out who's sending it. And then I'm going to go to their site and put their link back on to their site and click it. Do you understand what I just said? Is that hacking, do you think? Do you think that's hacking? Might be. How safe is it to return somebody's bot to them and then just click on the lickable thingy that you can just go all over there? Just return it to them and activate it. Oh yeah, go for JavaScript. Yeah, JavaScript wins, yay! Good stuff, JavaScript. Quite a fun language. Ah, dear. Bless. You take care, Nano Hard. Good to see you around. I'm just going to space out these classes into Amber 3D, and I think I'm going to tie the knot for today, and we'll start filling in all of this stuff tomorrow. So, catch you later, Nano. Have fun. Keep exploring. Actually, I can do this in my downtime, I think. Watching people cut and paste is not exactly great video. So, to all my viewers, it's been great. It's been a good day. We've gone a lot further than I should have done. I was only expecting to go as far as this. I was only expecting to do these 3. I wasn't expecting to do these, because what I was going to do tomorrow was obviously the batch renderer, and then go back this way and join it up. But so tomorrow we're on the batch renderer. We'll do this in full. And I'll catch you there. So I want everybody to carry on exploring, which is good for you. To experiment as much as you can with whatever language you wish to use, even English. And I really want you to have fun. So in the meantime, take care and have fun.